All right, so what up, y'all? It's Smooth Miss Uncut here. Yeah, I'm recording again. And I'm pretty much, the topic is, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to shelter system, because I veered off from talking about the music industry, because I know some people are just tired, but I know you wondering what's going on in the country right now and how they want to sit up there and they want to use AI, and that's the reason why most people are wondering why the fuck, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to the CEOs of AI and things like that nature, they aren't stopping, you know what I'm saying, sex trafficking, sex predator, and they're like, yo, if you look at people who work in a lab, they really don't get none. They're not really used to attracting women and things like that nature. They're used to just staying in that lab, and more than likely they're incels, like my sister be saying, even though, you know, like there's a whole thing with my sister where she was, you know what I'm saying, like jealous of me and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to kill me and all this other shit or whatever, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to talk about this. Using this right now, if you link these two together, right? So you link these two together when you're in the shelter and shit like that. And I was just speaking on AI. See, the CEOs and shit like that, people that work in the lab, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to the executives and shit like that, and they're being asked right now, not even being asked, they're being told like, yo, you gotta sit up there and you gotta regulate what the fuck going on, especially with the sex traffickers, because this shit is getting crazy. You see what happens with the air tags and things like that nature, where people are being sexually assaulted and robbed and things like that nature, what have you, right? So when you have that, and when you have people that's losing their homes too, now put these two and two together, now it's going to definitely make sense to you. It's common sense. When you come into the shelter system, they give you an actual number and shit like that, and that's reverting back to the pimp or whoever the fuck is supposed to rape you and all this other crazy shit, whoever they put on you, because it's nothing but sexual predators now in the fucking world. These motherfuckers is really, you know what I'm saying, like they're incels and shit like that. Something's really fucking wrong. You put these two and two to fucking together, and what do you get? Okay, so let's equalize this shit, right? Let's put an equation on this motherfucker. Now that we put two and two together, right? So I've seen in instances, like I said, you know what I'm saying, like my last recording and shit like that, where, like I said, you get the number, the pimp is assigned to you, they probably, you know what I'm saying, like more than likely they taking out life insurance policies. They probably could sit up there when you signing your name on shit or what have you, don't sign the same signature, because I never tried to or whatever. They're like, oh, that signature look different. Yeah, I know. You'll never know what my real signature is. Why? Because I'm in a fucking shelter. That's why I think I'm fucking stupid. Like really, you gotta really think about it, because if they get to know your fucking signature and shit like that, guess what happens? Okay? That means that they can actually steal your identity. And this is exactly what's happening. If you notice, that's exactly what's happening to AI. If you notice, everybody is losing their home too at the same time. So who's really working together? You got to really think about who's working together with the shelter system and the actual staff workers that work with fucking AI. The link and the connection. Does it make sense? I hope it makes sense to y'all now. And this is the reason why that they wasn't really trying to regulate AI. And that's why the CEOs and everybody that's not really getting in, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever's not getting in, Elon Musk and everybody else, whoever the fuck. I'm just saying, I put two and two together. It all makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, and on top of that, then you have the government. And they want to sit up there and buy houses. Well, what you want to buy all these fucking houses for? Is it for pimping? Then let me give you another. I'm gonna give you something else, another example of what actually happens within the shelter system too at the same time. So we know how females, just like anybody else, just like with males, they are very jealous. They are very jealous. When you get a bed in the shelter system, right? The thing about that is, it's like, okay, well, you gotta figure when you get your number, or if you do get a number or not. You may not get a number, but you gotta depends on the female that you're laying next to and shit like that. And it could be multiple of y'all, or it could be 2 or 3 or 4. Depends on who's going to be in your room, depending on the size of the facility. Depends on everything, the size of the dorm and everything like that, right? Because I always looked at it as fucking like college life and shit like that. But then it come to find out it was a breeding ground for fucking prostitution. So when it come down to it, when you get the new female in it, when you get a new female inside of a facility, what happens is when they see the female, depending on how the female look, and we already know how that goes. When it depends on how the female look, depending on, you know, how they deem them as crazy or, you know what I'm saying, insane, or how much normal that they actually had is, or whatever, what have you. All the unimportant shit, because we already know when it come down to sexual predators, the only thing that they worry about is, they call it a hole or some shit like that. I learned that. What's up, good man? What up, happy good man? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It's a hole to them. All that other shit, the only thing they worry about is the hole and the fucking insurance of the hole. I was like, oh, that's what that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it goes deeper, but I don't fucking know. Like, I really don't. So the female that you might be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the females that you might be around, like, oh, that's the new female, this, that, and the third. Oh, I wonder which pimp actually got her. That's where the hate come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna try to get her out because I know my pimp is gonna like her better than me. Like, miss, I'm in a fucked up situation. I already know they want to get, I know the pimp wants to get you fired. We know most pimps are bums. Most sexual predators are bums. They depend on women. They're codependent as fuck. They got mommy issues just like anybody else. That's just what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deny that. That's just what the fuck it is. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh yeah, well, you know, like, cause, you know, some females, they get so codependent on a guy and they're like, yeah, no, come on, take care of me and things like that nature, you know, like come the fuck on, like, you know, I don't work. And what people don't even understand is when you dealing with that type of mentality, when a guy is so used to dealing with a female or females that's so used to dealing with and taking care of other females, it starts to condition their mind and shit. It's a conditioning, an everyday conditioning, to say to themselves, something I take care of, so I might as well take a life insurance, like a life insurance policy on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, since she depend on me so much, I could depend on her to give me, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they finally do decide, you know what I'm saying, to like do what the fuck they do and become a serial killer in the fucking process and be like, yo. But now, mind you, don't forget, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody could be a killer, even a person that never actually killed anybody before either at the same time. Let's not forget that. We heard so many fucking stories behind women or men that had to take out somebody just because of the fact that they had some type of sexual infatuation. They're so fixated on a person. I come from the project, so anybody could die. Cannibals, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they got everything in the projects. Cannibals, serial killers, you know what I'm saying? Well, pimps are serial killers and codependent shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you even see, you know what I'm saying, acts, you know what I'm saying? Like, murderers, killers, all that shit. Murderers get killed, you know what I'm saying? Killers get murdered, things like that nature. I come from the PJs. This shit is all fucking normal. It's just like, that shit happens every day. They be alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be on that type of time. It's that type of energy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said on my live before, that's just what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what you're dealing with. And for like the last, well, I should say 2 or 3 years ago or something like that, when I was hearing females like, you know, like they saying like, yeah, no, long as he sit up there and he buy me food, I was like, yeah, but he's gonna kill you for life insurance. He's gonna get more out of you where you actually think that you're actually getting $40 from. I ain't understand that part. I was just like, wait a minute. So you rather just get $40 from this man that's actually going to take a life insurance policy from actually, because she's going to go, the female goes and she goes and lives with the guy for how many months? I don't know. Some people last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months or what have you. And they're like, yeah, the guy is not showing no type of knowledge in any type of financial literacy or anything like that. He's not showing no, you know what I'm saying, the girl worth. Only thing he thinking, he just like, yo, only thing you worth is just, you know what I'm saying, like food and water. You can't cook, you can't clean, you can't do shit. And don't get me wrong, some guys, they like that shit. They want to dominate a woman where, you know, they like, yo, listen, I like my females like that. She makes me cook, she makes me clean. They like to be dominated. But then you have the other ones that you got to really look out for, and you got to ask yourself, like, where the fuck is his mind at? Like, where is his, like, really, like, where the fuck is... You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck is his mind? Because, like, nah, it's okay. You can come and live with me and what have you. What, 1 weekend, 2 weeks in? No, I don't know about that. But, like, I don't know about all that shit. But, yeah. That don't sit right with me. Like, that don't sit right with me at all. Like, that shit is bugged the fuck out for real. It's like, come to live with you within a week. It sound like a death wish. Like, it sound like you signing your own fucking death wish and shit like that. That's what it sound like. Just, yeah, come and live with me while I take this fucking life insurance policy out, and I might get a real, you know what I'm saying, I might get some real estate in your name too at the same time. Like, while the female is really thinking that she finessing a guy for food, I didn't understand it. I was just like, but for food? I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. I still don't get it. It's like he's coming out better than the female, because not only is he actually, you know what I'm saying, like, not only is he actually finessing her sexually and dealing with other females, and he might be burning her too at the same time, but he's not only did he win, he's making her older. Not only is he making her older, he's also, you know what I'm saying, like, do sexual, you know what I'm saying, because if y'all don't get it, it's a spiritual thing. You can make the female or the man, you know what I'm saying, like, you can make them older and shit like that, depending on who the person is, if they definitely don't recognize what the fuck they doing too at the same time. But most guys know that shit, especially when they come down to predators. They know that shit, and he's winning through, he might get the chance to take out insurance or real estate out on a female. So I'm like, damn. Like, ooh, that's a deep cut. Like, that's deep. Like, that's some deep ass shit. That's some deep ass shit, y'all. I wasn't really, I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, it just makes you think about a lot of shit, and you just be like, nah, I'm good. I understand. Like, and then you got the ones that actually think that they, you know what I'm saying, like, oh yeah, I could become a player by having people actually believe that I am. They never done nothing. They never, you know what I'm saying, like, they never done nothing, and it's cool. And you be like, I see you. I see what you doing. Yeah. Like, I get it. You know, I really get it. I understand. You know, like, you want to be down in this situation. You may not know exactly how far this shit could go. But that's only because they want pussy. But I definitely get it. And some people, you know, they try to take it as far as possible. But, you know, like, that's their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, life journeys are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to test out to see how much I could fucking do. Everybody got their time within it. We know that. You know, like... But my questions be, like... Because, like, I had a really, like... Had a conversation with my brother and shit. And I was like, you know, I had to tell him about New York. Like, when you come up to New York, right? And it was like, yo, bro, yo, Mikey, you know, because Melissa here and shit. Because, you know, he can't call me Miss Uncut or Smooth. It's Melissa. So I'm like, yo, you know, like, I'm telling him, like, yo, listen, you know, you wouldn't be able to come up to New York on your own because, you know, like, on trains, there are a lot of sexual predators. There are a lot of sexual predators on a train in New York City now. More than ever. Like, they follow you if like, let's just say that you was coming from another country, from another state, you don't know what the fuck is going on. I would say, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can take a cab somewhere, do it. You traveling with your baby, you gotta make sure you watch out for people taking out their phone cameras and shit because people are into... There's a lot of cannibals. You gotta just watch out. I don't want to say that like, oh no, she's crazy. She don't know what she's talking. Okay. When somebody boldly takes out a camera on you and your baby, especially to snap a picture of your baby, then you tell me if you believe me or not. Because they will do that shit. And they'll, like, some of them, they're secret. They'll, you know what I'm saying? And they'll sit by you, I'll look at motherfuckers like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I had a situation. Not even a situation. It wasn't even a situation. I had something happen. Right? I'm sitting down on the train and shit like that. I forgot what train I was on. And this girl came because there was this lady with her baby. I was sitting across for her and shit like that. So the lady came on the train or what have you. So I guess like one of the sex traffickers that was on the train and shit like that. Like, oh yeah, nah. Yo, we got, you know what I'm saying, we got a new Vic and shit like that. So I'm sitting across, the lady goes and she's like, hee hee. She starts smiling, hee hee hee, yeah, haha. She got her fucking phone in her fan and shit like that. And shit like that. Smiling. So I see her going like this. She's like, mind you, in the other car, I'm at the end of the car. And the other car is the other sex trafficker. They making eye contact. I'm watching the whole shit go down. I'm like, I know this shit is not happening in front of me again. The last sex trafficker I took a picture of, the lady was like, oh no. Da, 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 da. I was like, yo, I told the lady, I was like, yo, watch your kids and make sure that she don't go take a fucking picture of your kid. Like, what the fuck? You serious? And the other car, the other sex trafficker was there. And they making eye contact. They like, you know what I'm saying? They throwing signals and shit. And I was like, this can't be real. Like, this can't be real. This can't be, this ain't, like, you cannot be serious. Cannot be fucking serious. Like, nah. This is not going on right now. Y'all, the girl sat next to the lady. The girl was Spanish. The other sex trafficker get on the fucking train. He eyes her. That's because he's sitting on my side and shit like that. So he's fucking eyeing her. He have his phone in his hand. The lady that's sitting across from me with the baby is fucking, she's black with dreads. So I'm like, I'm staring at her, and then she's like, you know, the lady that's sitting next to her, she's like, yeah, I was just like, when she first see me, let me tell y'all right now, it was like she seen a ghost. Her whole shit went pale, because I looked at her, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, now what the fuck you gonna do now? She looked, like I said, she looked in the other car. And she was like, she looked in the other fucking car and she's looking at her partner. So I go look, it's a guy. And he's like this, like, you know what I'm saying, peering into the other fucking car. And I was like, they staring at each other. And she just like, now she look embarrassed. She's like, oh shit. She doing like, oh shit. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this. She's sitting across me. She knew who the fuck I was. She know who the fuck I was. She know I'ma say something. She know I'ma say something. Automatically, she knew. When she said, she was just like, she went, whole shit went pale. Her whole shit went pale. When she first see me, her whole shit went pale. It went pale. It was over. It was looked like she about to shit in her pants. I was like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck you about to do? Because I seen her with her phone like this. Her fucking phone. Like she wanted to take a picture. So I'm watching her the whole entire time. Now I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm watching her the whole time. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? So, like the lady, she just like, I'm watching her. This girl look like she's like 22, 23 years old. Being a fucking, or 25. The max, 25. So she's like, damn, how am I going to take this picture of her baby and shit like that, what have you? So while the sex trafficker across from me is fucking, you know what I'm saying, looking at me, the other sex trafficker, you know what I'm saying, they's in it. He's standing there, so he goes where the pole is in the middle. He holds his phone like this because the baby turned, the lady, the mother, the parent, well, I don't know if that's the mother or not. Well, all I know is that, you know what I'm saying, like she turned the baby carriage towards, you know what I'm saying, like towards where everybody could see the baby, but there was performers, like in New York City, we have dance performers and shit like that on the train. We have dance performers on the train and shit like that, so they started performing. So I'm watching him, and I'm like, why would you block the baby from, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think he's about to make his move on, you know what I'm saying, taking a picture of the baby because he has camera like this. So he turned it to the side. So as he's standing there, I take a picture of him. Since we taking pictures and shit, we could do this shit together. Start taking pictures of him. Wouldn't be the first sex trafficker I actually fucking caught, actually, you know what I'm saying, took a picture of and shit like that. This motherfucker was from out of the country. You could tell he was. So he goes like this, like I said, miss, I said, yo, I suggest you cover up your baby. I said, that's a fucking sex trafficker. I said it right in front of him, and I said it right in front of her, and I said the other sex trafficker is in the fucking car, in the other car. Like, I said, yo, like this, I said, yo, and that lets me know how many people that's not responding. That lets me know how many sex traffickers that I actually have on my live, because nobody's fucking responding. It's a beautiful thing to know. So as I'm going along with, you know what I'm saying, like as I see how y'all sex traffickers do and shit like that, and I hope most of y'all fucking die a horrible fucking death. And I know most of y'all probably from Hollywood too at the same time. P. Diddy shit. I'm like, yo, miss, and you know who this is for. You know who this message for. When y'all motherfuckers, yo, y'all stay safe out there. Like, word up. I hope y'all motherfuckers crash and burn and die. So I'm like, yo, listen. I'm like, miss, like, watch what the fuck he's doing. He got his camera like this on his side. He's about to take a picture of your fucking baby. So she starts smiling. I'm like, what the fuck you smiling at? Like, yo, I'm dead ass serious. Like, you got your baby. Like, you hardly see any babies in New York City that ride, you know what I'm saying? Like, not ride a train by themselves, obviously, with their parents and shit like that. They just started coming back because after all of this pandemic shit, and you know what I'm saying, the sex traffickers just started taking advantage. Like, were we in a pandemic? This is our perfect time. I was like, this is your perfect time to actually take it. Like, we was all protesting. Yeah, like what happened in Hawaii. What happened in fucking Hawaii. Look what happened in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers wasn't home. And they went to work and they left their kids at home and shit like that. Just like what they was about to do up there in fucking Michigan when Biden went out, when they was sitting up there and protesting. They was going, oh, y'all protesting? Oh, this when the perfect time. Oh, yeah, y'all protesting? Oh, we want to go to your house and we going to try to violate your kids and kidnap them. That's exactly what happened in Hawaii. That's exactly what happened in Hawaii. If you want to know what happened in Hawaii, the kids, they even said it on the news. They interviewed certain people and they said, yo, the kids was at home. It's like 2,000 to 3,000 kids missing and shit like that. The parents was at work. The parents was at fucking work when all of this shit what happened, it actually happened, and they said there was kids missing from out of their home. So when they was at work, the kids was being kidnapped. That's what the fuck was going on. That's exactly what was going to happen up there in Michigan. I called it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Biden's coming through. Oh, there's going to be nothing but sex trafficking like that. You know what I'm saying? Biden was supposed to join the protest. Yeah, come on, let's protest, y'all. This, that, and the third, or what have you. And then what would have happened? All those kids would have got kidnapped. Whoever joined the protest, those kids would have got fucking kidnapped. Because Biden would have been up there in fucking Michigan. And while everybody's out there protesting, oh, yeah, no, go watch the kids. You know what I'm saying? While we protested things like that, nature, what have you. And he would have been like, this is the greatest nation ever, because he would have kidnapped all those kids and got his people to fucking go in the background and fucking kidnap all those kids, just like out there in Hawaii. So as soon as just like out there in Hawaii, that almost happened in Michigan. But in Hawaii, they didn't get the chance to catch it. They was just like, yo, we kidnapped the kids? Word? All right, bet. We gonna burn this bitch down. We burned a whole entire whatchamacallit down. And now that shit is like a fucking, it's gonna be like on some Epstein shit. If, you know what I'm saying, if the Hawaiians don't catch it. My question is, why the fuck nobody in Hawaii is giving these, you know what I'm saying, like anybody out there no phone, like, you know what I'm saying, like, nobody's making no phone calls, no insurance, and they got this special thing too when it come down to real estate out there in Hawaii too. At the same time, I was reading up on that shit, and they had like 90, I think they had like 90 fucking days to actually put something, so they was trying to make sure that shit ride out so they could actually get, you know what I'm saying, so they could go and get a house, whoever it was, anybody that's in Hollywood, anybody that's in government, things like that nature. It was just like, they got 90 fucking days to actually clean their house. Like, hold on, pause. Y'all burnt down the actual public records out there in fucking Hawaii. Burnt down the fucking public records. So what do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, whose house is, like, motherfucker, I was here. And they want to sit up there and they want to play around times like these and shit like that. And you take something like that from somebody and things like that nature. Okay, as soon as they build, I know for me, as soon as they build, I'm burning that bitch the fuck down. Soon as y'all motherfuckers cut that ribbon, the tape, we got a new such and such, word, fucking blow the boiler. Like straight, like blow that shit. Burn my house down. I'm burning your shit down too. You try to build my shit, you try to build your shit on top of my shit? Okay, I got you. I'll wait. As I'll go through all of these struggles, trust me, you're gonna feel all type of struggles, all types of shit. I'm gonna get to know your fucking name, the name to the deed, all of that shit. I'm gonna everything that you did to me, I'm gonna do to your fucking ass too. Word, you burn out a whole fucking city. We could do this shit together, man. You made everybody go into the fucking water, all types of crazy shit, and you made niggas homeless out here. And I know if I don't get my motherfucking money, it's gonna be some hell-raising ass shit out this motherfucker. I digress like a motherfucker, though. Like, I'm gonna have so much fucking fun. It's gonna be that's why I be chilling. I be waiting. Yeah. After everything that everybody did to me, it's just like, like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm recovering, and then people just expecting like, no, you supposed to just brush that shit the fuck off. Guess the fuck what? Brush that shit the fuck off. Like I said, we could do that shit the fuck together. Oh, I'm gonna run around scared. I can run around scared too. We can do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you happy now? I'm happy too. We can do this shit together. You mad? I'm mad too. We could do this shit together. You got anxiety? Yeah, I got anxiety too. We could do this shit together. Like, I'm just saying. It all, you know, like, all that shit run together, right? It's not called revenge. I don't think it's called revenge. I think, you know, I think it's called mirroring. I think that's what it's called. I mean, in your belief systems, that's your belief systems. Like, you're not supposed to get revenge. Well, it's not technically revenge if you're mirroring a motherfucker that's trying to send you the same energy. It's like, I'm your mirror. Whatever you do to me, I'm rubber. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you do to me, it bounces off of fucking me and sticks back to you. I could be so childish, can I? Remember when I said, y'all, always a time to be childish. It's always a time to be mature. Guilty. Like, the crazy thing about it is like, yo, I'll go out in Manhattan, right? Because it's really, like, if y'all come into Manhattan, right, you coming from the city, if y'all coming from another state, y'all coming from another country and shit like that, and, you know, like, most of the sexual predators are out there in Manhattan and shit like that, especially near Midtown, where they was actually trying to make, where these fucking morons would sit up there. They're fucking idiots. They was trying to make everything back into the 80s, like where prostitution was, you know what I'm saying, like, was really running rampant and shit. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody want to see ass fucking just, I mean, other than the predators, of course. I mean, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, decent people. Because I get a lot of predators, you know what I'm saying, like, I get a lot of sexual predators, and they just give me that eye. And I'm like, you know, I will fucking ram your head into a fucking plate glass window or through a car window. I mean, I'm fighting for my life, man, just like they're going to be fighting for theirs. That's why I said I mirror fucking energy. They people just like me. But you gotta understand, anybody that's an actual predator, they're really scared about shit. So it's like, I mirror it in it. Like, you gotta understand, even though they may not seem like they're fucking scared, they're scared. That's what people don't understand. And they trying to make shit look good. And like I said, I mirror energy. So I try to fucking make shit look good too. I'm like, oh, you on that type of time? I'm on that type of time too. You want a copycat? I'm a copycat too. You want to take from the original? Well, since you're the original, I'm a copycat. Take from I'm the original too. You see where the fuck I'm going with this shit? All this shit did not have to happen. Be yourself. And stop, and yo, really stop attacking people that don't attack you. Attack motherfuckers that attack you first. If you see they not doing shit to you, just because they don't believe in the same shit, or they don't like the same people. Oh, but I like Lotto from the music industry. I like Lotto. I like Taylor Swift, but I'm gonna attack her because she don't like Taylor Swift. What the fuck? Why did y'all start doing that? Do they pay y'all? All I said was, I'm a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know who I like. I think that's a dope ass artist, and I keep it pushing. These motherfuckers out here in New York City, the new ones, these are new people, mind you. These are not, I will never say this about original New Yorkers, because original New Yorkers know exactly what it is. They understand, they get it. They got the brains to understand. They got the brains to get it. But these new people that's coming from like other countries and shit, it shows how much abuse that they endured, and they try to bring it to us. And I'm sorry to say, but it's killing our country, man, because it's like they don't. it's like they rather just somebody else control them. They're so used to the dictatorship, and it's crazy.